This is easily the rarest thing in my entire collection. And no, it is not the one-of-one Incredibles GameCube. This is the legendary unreleased GameCube prototype, Pickles. Now, if you don't know what the heck Pickles is, I suggest going back and watching some of my previous videos for a little more context, but you don't have to. Now, what if I told you I had 3 more never-before-seen prototypes to show off? 2 of them being for the GameCube and 1 for the original Xbox. Well, you guys are in for a treat, because today we're going to dive into each of these discs and discover content that was never meant to be seen by the public eye. We'll start with 2 far more polished versions of Pickles, and then eventually work our way up to a never-before-seen prototype called Step. Well, I'm not going to spoil it for you guys, you'll see soon enough. Keep in mind, none of these discs have been dumped and none are currently available to the public. So today we'll make it our mission to get these games successfully running, dumped, and into the hands of the people where they belong. Without further ado, let's get right into yet another episode of the seemingly endless Pickles saga. Right off the bat, we're going to fire up the disc labeled Pickles 2.0. Pickles 2? I mean, Pickles 1 didn't even come out. What could Pickles 2 possibly be? We gotta see what's on here. Let's go ahead and pop this bad boy into our NR Development GameCube. Now, the disc didn't immediately boot up, which kind of worried me, I'm not gonna lie. It was pretty scratched up though, so I was prepared for the worst.
There is, I don't know if you can see it on camera. No, you definitely can't, but there's a sizable little scratch in the top of the disc right there.
So I tried it again. And again.
Oh man.
And again. Each time, no luck. And then, almost out of nowhere, a miracle happened. Pickles 2.0 actually booted up.
We actually got Pickles 2.0 up and running, and the first thing I noticed is just how much better the menu looks. We've got some nice 3D Pickles text, and Pickles himself doing a stunt on his unicycle. Something else of note is that you can actually toggle between single and multiplayer, but more on that later. Finally, just like Pickles 1.0, Pickles 2.0 seems to feature 6 levels. So let's check out level 1. Also, I'm kinda sick right now, so this voiceover might sound a little crappy, bear with me. Almost immediately, you are met with the most chaotic music of all time. This whole track is like a 2-second loop, so for your guys' sake, I'm gonna turn it down a little bit. Much better. Right off the bat, you can see there's a bunch of new monkey types, like this army monkey who throws bombs, and there's even new text boxes featuring character art we haven't seen before. This level also has these Elvis look-alike monkeys which throw bowling balls for some reason. You guys may have noticed my unicycle occasionally going up in flames, and that's because they added a boost ability which makes your unicycle go super fast. It really does a lot to speed up the pace of the game. And just like that, we've popped every single balloon and finished level 1. So let's go ahead and check out level 2. Level 2 immediately throws us into some sort of pier level, and similar to level 1 we see another new text box with some unique rhino art. These text boxes usually tell you how to beat the level or some sort of hint, but they disappear so fast half the time you can't even read them. Anyway, the key to level 2 is this rhino here. His ability is doing a little spin and you can use this to break the crates, but most of the time he just bumps his head and falls off your shoulders. It's kinda glitchy. Here's how it looks when done successfully. Alright, after that crate nonsense, we've made it to the main level. This is split into 3 different sections, and the first one is this conveyor belt section. The goal is to use your boost all the way up and get this elephant. Once you get said elephant, which I'm pretty sure is named Trunkles, you can use him to complete the rest of the level's puzzles. But again, bear with me here, these stupid crates are giving me trouble once again. I swear the hit detection on these guys is kinda busted at times. Alright, Trunkles has been secured and he can shoot peanuts like a machine gun. We're just gonna go ahead and grab him and make our way back down the conveyor belt. And since our teeter tower is 3 units high, we can shoot peanuts pretty high up. This is gonna come in handy for phase 2 of this stage. As you can see here, there are some crates that are pretty high up. After a quick backtrack to make sure I didn't miss anything, we are going to use this Trunkle's new ability to hopefully get ourselves a new monkey. This monkey, you may be asking? Yeah, he's a frickin' bomb monkey. This bad boy throws frickin' bombs, and we're gonna use his ability to finish this level off. But if you pay close attention, if Trunkles wasn't high enough, his peanuts wouldn't hit the crate and we wouldn't get the bomb monkey. So it's important you do this level in the proper order. Again, we've got a bit of a hit detection issue here, but we got him. Now we have a rhino, elephant, and a bomb monkey on our team. Let's proceed to the third and final section. Here's the only actual enemy on this stage, is a giant frickin' ripped out bulldog. I don't think this guy was in Pickles 1.0 and he kinda caught me off guard, he's freaky. We're gonna go ahead and defeat this guy so we can beat the level in peace. And by beat the level in peace, I mean throw a bomb at this machine 9 frickin' times. I don't know why they gave this thing 9 HP, it takes frickin' forever. But after the 9th bomb, we finished level 2. Alright, we've made it to level 3. In Pickles 1.0, the build was so early, this level was actually impossible to complete. But Pickles 2.0 is a lot further along and we can actually finish this level as intended. All we gotta do is get a fat stack of monkeys and ring this bell on the right side of the map. But first we gotta get a teeter tower high enough to even ring the bell. So that means we gotta add little Trunkles to our team once again. We do this by spamming the big elephant with meatballs until he lets his guard down. Then we quickly take our chance to swoop in and add Trunkles to the team. I don't know if this is how you're supposed to do it, but it works. Now that our teeter tower has reached the proper height, let's make our way to the right side of the level and ring this bell. After the bell is rung, the blue elephant in the back kind of permanently lets his guard down and we can do some damage to him. And by do damage, I mean, yes, throw meatballs at him 9 frickin' times, again with the 9 HP. I don't know why they had to give the bosses so much HP, but they did. So let's go ahead and fast forward. Well done, you fed the beast. Level 3 has been completed. Time for level 4. This level seem a little familiar? Yeah, this is level 1 from Pickles 1.0. Classic Santa Cruz inspired pure level. This time the music's a little more fleshed out and it's not super annoying. Also check this out, these buildings in the background actually have little sound effects that play when you get close to them. Like the Santa Cruz Games building has video game sounds coming out of it. And I want to say the 312 sign even looks a little different, but I could be wrong, let me know. This level's super nostalgic, man. I still can't believe it's been almost 1 year since we found the Pickles prototype. And check this out, the bar next door's got some fellas singing a song. It's a really nice touch that definitely wasn't present in the first build of the game. Anyway, we've now got the key monkey so we can actually proceed and finish this level. It's crazy how much better this game feels to play with the boost mechanic. Your movement speed in Pickles 2.0 is off the charts. Alright, let's make our way down south and check out the sharks. Now, fair warning, these guys gave me a fair bit of trouble. I'm not gonna lie, I kinda suck, so we're gonna speed up the footage here. I swear I probably got hit by these guys like 7 times. Okay, smart guy, let's see you take a crack at it. Alright, finally, we made it past the freaking sharks. And I noticed they replaced the anvil that was here in Pickles 1.0 with another rhino. That's cool, I guess. Kinda makes sense though, because in Pickles 1.0 there wasn't really a way to get past the crates that are ahead of you here. You literally just had to run through them and hope the game didn't bug out and damage you. And besides that, I think the rest of this level is pretty much the same as Pickles 1.0. Textures and backgrounds do look a little more detailed and fleshed out, but besides that, I don't think there's any more differences. It is interesting though that this level was level 1 in Pickles 1.0, but level 4 in Pickles 2.0. Wonder what happened there. Well done, what a discovery. Let's check out level 5. Level 5's pretty sweet because it seems to be one of the only dedicated boss levels in Pickles. The boss is this giant tiki monstrosity in the background, but the way you beat him's pretty simple. You just gotta get a full stack of monkeys with the spear monkey being at the top. And the spear monkey's pretty cool because he's exclusive to this level. What does the spear monkey throw, you may be asking? Yep, you guessed it, spears. We need to take these spears and hit the boss with them. Yep, 9 frickin' times, again. Each time you hit him, he goes into this evil red mode and starts shooting these volcanic balls at you. All you gotta do is run around and dodge the balls while also dodging this big ring that rolls around the stage. After that, he'll turn green again and you can keep hitting him. Rinse and repeat. While we fast forward the rest of this boss fight, let's go ahead and check out just how different this level looked in Pickles 1.0. Here we can see there's no unique monkey types. The background is not very fleshed out, and the Tiki boss himself looks super early. This was a really cool level to compare as a lot has changed apparently. Anyway, let's go ahead and finish up this boss level and move on to the final single player level, level 6. That's right folks, we have a multiplayer level coming soon, so just keep watching. Alright guys, we've made it to level 6, the final single player level in Pickles 2.0. Right off the bat, I notice a newly added bomb monkey, a giant crab, and the strange lack of rats. And I say strange because I missed those rats, man. They were freaking hilarious. And I'm really hoping they didn't get rid of them altogether. Anyway, this level's still a little tricky to navigate. The hitboxes on the floor are kinda busted. Like you'll think you're safe and then all of a sudden you fall through the floor. Still no rats, dude. I'm getting kinda worried here. Alright, we're just gonna frickin' explode this crab so we can proceed safely. We've got the legendary golden walrus here, who, whoa, seems to be a little glitched out. Let's make our way up this stair or ladder, whatever the heck this is, so we can safely traverse. Oh, and I get respawned all the way back here. Great. This is probably the buggiest of these 6 levels, I'd have to say. And that's probably just because the level's so freaking long. I mean, you just have more opportunities for things to go wrong. And did you guys just see that? The rats are freaking back, baby. Thank God, I thought they completely got rid of them. Alright, just making sure I'm not missing anything here, and we're good to proceed. Here they are, the giant rat. Whoa! The giant rat is back. Oh my gosh, my guy just freaking fell in the ocean. You gotta be careful out here, man. Alright, let's carefully make our way past this rat and pick up this key monkey. I'm not sure what this guy unlocks, but I guess we'll find out soon. Halfway through the level here, the music picks up and starts to get a little crazy. We've got this bridge of jellyfish we are going to traverse and hopefully not fall off. Alright, very carefully, very meticulously, we don't want anything bad to happen to us. We're gonna make... Hello?! Dude, my key monkey just freaking fell off my shoulders. And he doesn't respawn, so I guess we're not gonna get to see what he even unlocks. Great. Make our way over here, and this level just keeps on going. I lost my bomb monkey. I lost my key monkey. I've got nothing except for this freaking Elvis monkey. And this guy sucks, he's the worst one. I still don't know why he throws bowling balls either. Alright, I think we're coming up on the end of the level here. We have to be. There's no way it keeps going. We got a bunch of oranges over here. I'll collect them. Why not? And okay, I fell through the map somehow. And I respawned all the way back here. I keep spamming these bowling balls on these seagulls, but nothing seems to be happening. Alright, we're coming up on the end here. I can feel it in my bones. Anything down here? It is a couple bananas. Okay. Alright, we'll make our way to the right here where I'm pretty sure the final lighthouse is. Alright, yeah, I see if we went up we'd get a bunch of bananas, but we went down and we can finish the level. Finally. Now, check this out guys, we actually have a freaking multiplayer stage. Now, it's just one stage, there's no music or anything, but it looks like they were kinda onto something. It takes place on top of some sort of icy castle, and honestly, the background is stunning. There's 2 monkeys, presumably player 1 and player 2, but there's no real way to control player 2. I tried plugging in a controller, but nothing. There's a bunch of balloons, a bunch of crates to break, and obviously a bunch of monkeys to add to your tower. Now, I'm not sure how this multiplayer mode would have gone down. Would it have been a 1v1 battle type of multiplayer, or like a who gets the most points type of deal? I don't know, guess we'll never know. The fact that they were planning a multiplayer mode at all is kind of insane to me. We went from a very unfinished, unpolished game to a build where they have a freaking multiplayer mode brewing up? Crazy, I really think this game could have been something super special. And that, my friends, is Pickles 2.0 on the Nintendo GameCube.
Overall, Pickles 2.0 plays way better than its 1.0 counterpart. The levels have clear defined goals which can actually be beaten without soft locking, there's more monkey types with unique projectiles, not just bananas, quality of life changes such as auto aim, health indicators, a multiplayer mode, and just a more polished experience in general. Pickles 2.0 is really good, and with our first of 3 discs successfully booting, let's go ahead and move on to the next. Here we have ourselves a Santa Cruz Games Xbox Tech Demo disc. This, along with the modded Xbox we'll be testing it on, were lent to me by Munster of Santa Cruz Games, so thank you, Munster. Link down below if you guys want to see that video. Seriously, it's the best video I've ever made. Anyway, let's see what's on this thing.
But almost immediately, I ran into a problem. The freaking Xbox disc tray did not work. What are the chances the only Xbox I have to test this thing on has a broken disc drive? And this isn't like a rare thing either. OG Xbox has some super faulty parts. But in a crazy stroke of luck, this was actually a modded Xbox, and the disc I needed was backed up on the Xbox hard drive. We don't need a frickin' disc tray. So let's go ahead and boot up this Xbox Tech Demo and see if there's any Pickles differences. But something super weird and kinda disappointing that you'll immediately notice is that there's no music, and this build seems pretty much identical to Pickles 2.0. So we're gonna super speedrun through each level, and I'll point out anything that is different because there's a couple things. Like, for some reason, each level seems to be missing a bunch of textures and backgrounds. Not sure what that's about. Since this was a tech demo, I would assume things would have been a little more fleshed out, but maybe they were just trying to show off core gameplay mechanics, not sure. Another thing missing on this level is the famous 312 sign on the front of the Santa Cruz Games building. Now, maybe this is just part of the missing textures thing I mentioned earlier, but I thought it was a pretty interesting detail to be missing. Heading into level 5, it is mostly the same minus a couple missing backgrounds and textures. But one small thing I forgot to mention earlier is that the font in this version is different than any other build. Also, this level's a lot easier thanks to the Xbox movement speed buff. Level 6 is basically the same minus the missing ocean texture. If you look to the left, there's a giant rock, and there's normally a giant bird sitting on top of it. Well, in the Xbox version, he's missing for some reason. Kinda sad, I like that guy. Something pretty awesome about this build is that the gold walrus sends you super far across the stage. You're able to pretty much skip the entire level this way. And finally, the multiplayer mode, which again is basically the exact same thing minus the beautiful mountains in the background.
After playing this version for just a couple seconds, you can immediately tell it's not nearly as polished as its 2.0 counterpart, but it's definitely more finished than Pickles 1.0. It's pretty much halfway between Pickles 1 and 2, so let's call it Pickles 1.5. Pickles 1.5 runs pretty smoothly thanks to the Xbox hardware, but there seems to be a good amount missing from it. I assume the purpose of the disc was just to demonstrate the basic concept of Pickles. I think the most interesting takeaway here is that there was an Xbox version at all. For the longest time, I was under the impression that Pickles was a GameCube exclusive, but now we know that it was planned for the GameCube, PC, and now the Xbox. It's pretty cool how ambitious they were with all these platforms, and especially the multiplayer mode. Now, I know you guys have been patiently, eagerly wondering what the third mystery prototype could be. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to introduce to you, Stackers. If you guys want the full scoop on Stackers, I really do recommend checking out the video down below. But essentially, Stackers was meant to be a reskinned version of Pickles, featuring art from the legendary Tim Biscup. Tim is a super unique artist, and I think his art would have lent itself perfectly to a video game. In essence, Stackers is Pickles 3.0. I'll go ahead and save you guys the suspense. The disc did not work. It was not even close. But we're not completely out of luck. A few months back, seemingly out of nowhere, I got a text from Mazinga of Santa Cruz Games. This is the same Mazinga that lent us the Stackers prototype. He sent me a random YouTube link. And this link led to a video he posted over 14 years ago. I cannot make this up, it featured 30 seconds of Stackers gameplay. So without further ado, thanks to Mazinga, let's check out Stackers. It's crazy, this video only has like 1,000 views, but what's even crazier is that nobody even knows or talks about this footage at all. Nobody knows Stackers exists. And there's only 3 comments on this video and they're all from over 14 years ago. We can see here that this is basically the Pickles Tiki boss level reskinned with Stackers characters, but honestly, it looks great. The art style worked perfectly, but I really am bummed out I couldn't get my Stackers disc working. We managed to get 2 out of our 3 discs working, and that's pretty good. Also, I may have a little treat for you guys. As of this very moment, Pickles 2.0 has been dumped and is now playable for everybody watching. That's right, baby, Pickles 2.0 is now free to download. A huge thanks to Mr. Hard for Games for helping us with these prototypes once again. Always a pleasure to work with that dude. If you guys are into video game prototypes or lost media, go ahead and check them out. On a sadder note, the Xbox and Stackers discs were unable to be dumped. They were just too scratched up. We even tried lightly resurfacing them as a last resort, but it didn't help. It's been almost an entire year since we originally discovered Pickles, and somehow there's still more to go through. Pickles really is the gift that keeps on giving, but we still have the Pickles design document to go through. This was basically the Pickles blueprint, and it has a crazy deep storyline, a bunch of deep lore, characters that didn't even appear in the game, OG Pickles sketches, Pickles background. I'll read you guys a little sneak peek. Pickles' mischievous nature was evident when he was very young. He earned his name when he, as a baby hanging from his mother's arms, reached out and grabbed the pickle Zach was eating one day. He then proceeded to fall in the pickle jar and get stuck, much to everyone's amusement. Pickles is called Pickles because he fell in a pickle jar. Bro, you can't find this anywhere else. Dang, look at that, dude. Super early drawing of Pickles. We got a tower, the elephant, lion, and that creepy clown from that one circus level. Anyway, let me know if you guys want a full dedicated video to this design document because there's some pretty sick stuff in here. If you guys made it this far, seriously, thank you. I really do love discovering and sharing these lost bits of gaming history with you guys. I hope you guys enjoy it too. Peace out, Cake Nation. I'll catch you guys on the next one.